We're back with another Backroads and Backstories where we talk to all of the big names in country music. So excited to be able to have Chayce Beckham here hanging out with us. And I just want to talk about so much has gone on in your life really since you went on a little bit of a break and now you're all of a sudden a happy homeowner.
Yeah.
And so as a homeowner now, what's one thing now all of a sudden now owning a home where you've went, oh, damn, I didn't really think about that, and this really sucks to have to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, we bought a place on like 6 acres. It's a lot of upkeep, so there's a lot of, in Tennessee, everything grows super fast. So it's like a lot of cutting grass, a lot of pulling weeds, and just like taking care of the outside of the property. Luckily, my wife kind of handles everything inside. And if something goes wrong, then I just have to pay for it. So, but it's definitely, you start realizing how quick all this stuff, it's like, man, I saw this post the other day, was like buying a home is basically getting pissed off at the people from before of all like the dumb things that they did to the house. So it's like you discover a new thing every day, but it hasn't been so bad. We got a great place, and we're happy to be there.
What's one of the crazy things you've discovered when you were going through the house?
I would say there was just a couple of leaks. We had a leak underneath an upstairs shower that nobody had any idea about, and one day, my uncle was out visiting and helping me build a fence, and he was up there showering, and then just at some point, water just burst through the ceiling and down into the living room, and my wife's like freaking out. But it wasn't, so we got it fixed.
You didn't know you had a built-in waterfall.
Yeah, exactly. It was a new feature that I didn't know about.
So over the winter, I know a lot of people in Nashville got affected by that big ice storm. Was that anything that impacted you guys?
Yeah, I was actually in Canada, or I think up in Buffalo touring when that ice storm happened. So we had to drive back down through it to get back to Nashville. And then when we got to Nashville, we couldn't get our van and trailer up my driveway because it was just a solid block of ice. Wow. So I think me and Ian, my tour manager, both of our trucks took a little damage trying to get through that front gate. The first couple of times it was a bit of a tricky situation, but it wasn't so bad. Luckily we had power and everything the whole time.
So now brand new house, brand new dog as well, Tater.
Yeah.
Rescue. Tell us a little bit about how that all came about.
Well, we were just settling into the house. We just had our wedding reception and just started moving in, and for some reason my wife was sending me listings of puppies and up for adoption and stuff, and so she's like, well, let's go look. And I was driving over there, and I was like, what are we doing? Are we going to go get a dog, or are we just looking at puppies? Because, that doesn't work. That's not how that goes. So anyway, she found, his name was Potato at the shelter, which is perfect because our other dog, his name's Corn Dog. So she found Potato, and she was like, I love him. And I was like, well, then just get him. And then so we got Potato. And then recently, just after CMA Fest, I was flying up to Maine the day after my performance, or the day of my performance, and my father-in-law was out visiting, and they were driving back from CMA Fest, and they picked up another dog on the side of the road who was running back and forth up by the main road close to our house, and so picked her up, and then she's like, well, she doesn't have a tag. She was, covered in fleas and ticks and wasn't looked after, obviously, and so we took her in, and we named her Sunday. And then when we took her to the vet, we found out that Sunday's pregnant. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, now I have 3 dogs, and one of them's pregnant, and she's due in a few weeks. So it's going to be chaos at my house.
So is it going to be you're going to give that up to friends, or give the puppies up to friends, or find a better home? Or?
We'll give it just depends on how it all plays out.
Or your wife's going to say, no, we're keeping them?
Keep all of them, yeah. I don't know how many she's going to have. We don't know exactly yet, but she wants to keep 1. So we're looking at 4 dogs now.
Wow.
Which is cool. I love dogs. So.
You brought up CMA Fest, and from some of the social media stuff that I saw about it, it looked absolutely amazing. I mean, do you ever have like those pinch me moments where you go, holy crap, this is happening. How cool is this, and how fortunate am I to have fans and people that are passionate about what I give back and give out?
Yeah, absolutely. Doing just like the fanfare, like the meet and greet stuff, and we had a pretty good amount of people that came to get their poster signed, or just take a picture or whatever, and it was just a really cool moment seeing all the people, different kinds of people too, that that your music gets out to, and how they get to tell you what it's done for them, and it's one of those things where you just feel forever grateful to have that kind of support from an audience and people who actually, they say, I listen to music every day. And it's kind of, it's all you dream about as an artist is just having those people out there who listen. But yeah, getting to do stuff like that, opening up for some of my heroes and getting to play shows with guys who I've listened to forever. There's definitely like those pinch me moments.
You went through a kind of a social media cleansing and kind of a little bit of a break. I mean, what kind of triggered that for you?
I toured for 2 years straight internationally and in the U.S. and it was just time for me to take a little bit of a break. I just got married. We just bought the house. We had the new dog, and I hate going on social media. Anyways, I feel like that's my biggest. It's my demise or my downfall. Is that I don't want to be a social media star, but it's kind of just part of the thing now where it's like you have to promote your music, through socials and stuff. So we're figuring it out and figuring out a way to, get me back up on socials and posting all the time. And we have new music coming out. So I figured that, when this all kind of comes out, it'll be a lot easier for me to get back online.
You feel like emotionally it was like a nice refresh just to be able to stay off of it for a while. And you're like, wow.
It might have messed me up a little bit. I felt like I was retired for like 6 months. So I was like getting to just hang out at home. And, my wife got real used to me being, around the house. And I'm usually gone every week, so I'm only home for a couple of days a week. And it was nice, just being able to spend time and kind of just be grounded again. Whenever you're gone every day and you're playing a different city or a different state or a different country, like, we did 1 year, we did Australia. The next year we did 6 or 7 countries in Europe, and then came back to Canada, United States, and you're playing all over. It's nice to be in one place for more than just like 2 days. So I felt like I just was able to get grounded again, just get comfortable being out in Tennessee and just kind of get a familiar surrounding every day was a treat.
And like out of all of those places that you had the opportunity to tour, were there any places that you went that maybe you weren't sure of when you were going there and you went, wow, this is really cool. I mean, the culture, or you embrace yourself in it?
Yeah, absolutely. We played a show in Sweden with Drew Baldridge, and it was kind of just so bizarre to have an audience there. You know what I mean? I was like, we are so far away, and like nobody. I mean, they speak English, but nobody's like natively speaking English, and like you get up to French Canada, and these guys, they just speak French, but they all come and sing along to your songs, and it's just a bizarre thing, seeing how far that music reaches and like I said, how many different types of people that it connects with.
Holding You, Loving You was the proposal song for you and your wife. I mean, a lot of people try to throw big game. They go to a special place, go to a mountain range and propose with the sun in the background. You write a damn song and all of a sudden and use it to propose. I mean, that's big game. What was that like?
It was cool. So we were on tour with Parker McCollum, like one of my other heroes. I listened to a ton of his music whenever I was just starting to write country music, and we were opening up for him at the Honda Center down in L.A. and it felt perfect because we were able to get most of our family kind of in one place, which never really happens, and it was awesome. It was a special moment for us, and that's kind of like our song.
A lot of people go into the special way to be able to for their wedding, and I read an article about you guys had a Elvis impersonator.
Yeah, that was our whole wedding.
Yeah, so I mean, where did that come from? Why that?
We were in Vegas 1 year, and I don't know if it was for ACMs or if it was for a show or something, but Luke and Carrie, my manager, they were there, and we said we should go just get married by an Elvis impersonator, and Luke and Carrie can come and they can be our witnesses. And so it started out there as a joke, and then the more that we tried to plan like a big wedding, we didn't really want to have a big wedding, and so we just kind of resulted back to that, and we're like, why don't we go do that, and we'll invite like small circle, our family members, and we'll have like a reception back in Nashville. So it kind of just made it easier for us to not have. Well, I don't know if it made it easier because in hindsight it was all just chaos and hectic. But we just decided to do something simple and something that we both like remember. And I'm a huge Elvis fan, and my wife likes Elvis too. So it was just kind of it was a cool thing. He came out there and he sang like 7 songs, and we didn't expect that. He was only supposed to sing like 2.
Did you jump up with him at all?
No. I danced with him a little bit.
Okay. You got mean, after
I
spending
didn't
time,
want to steal his shine. It was his moment.
after spending the time with Luke on the road, I mean, you learn how to work your hips a little bit.
You'll either learn or you'll learn not to.
Well, let's talk a second. You brought up Luke and Carrie. I mean, you're fortunate, and those of you that have followed those that have followed your career for a long time know Carrie Edwards, your manager. I mean, very small circle of people that she works with, including Luke, including you, including Cole Swindell. I mean, what's that like being part of that camp?
I mean, it's like you said. It's like one of those pinch me things where it's kind of weird that the guys that I listened to on the radio for so long are in a sense your colleagues, or working in and out of the same office and stuff. So it's cool. Luke's been great to me every time I've toured with him, and every time I've got to spend any time with him. He's just always been a huge help and big supporter of me. And Cole's awesome, and we got Dylan Scott, and he's amazing too. So it's just like it's a great camp, and it's awesome to be included in that small circle. 23,
one of my favorite songs that you do. I mean, it's powerful emotionally. From the time that you wrote it, however many years ago, and now when you get up and you perform it, does it hit a little bit different now?
Yeah, I'm almost 30 now, so I'll be 30 in about a month. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things that every time I sing it, perform it, and you see how much that song means to fans, it's really like another one of those pinch me moments where it's just something that I wrote to make myself feel better, but in doing that, I was able to, I think, help out a lot of other people too, by hearing that message. And it's just a relatable thing. There's so many people like that who struggle, at the young age of, between 19 and 25, and you make a lot of dumb decisions. And I was definitely one of those people who made a lot of dumb decisions. And but I wrote a song about it, and yeah, it's always nice to just like have that reminder of kind of like where it all started out for me. And it wasn't, a glorious thing. It was a really hard thing to go through. But yeah, that song's changed my life. And when you get to meet fans and they tell you how it's changed theirs too, it's a really cool experience.
A lot of young people coming up in our industry right now that are so amazingly talented and that are that age and are probably going to go through some of those same things. What's a piece of advice you would give them?
Life goes on. Don't beat yourself up too much. I mean, that's the biggest thing I've learned from it is just I get anxiety over things that, what I mean? Like, overthinking situations and just, how was I acting or what did I do? Did I say something wrong? And just always have that like thought in the back of my head. And I'd say for me, just as I get older, I just, don't try not to overthink things too much and just enjoy what I'm doing and have fun. And, we all make mistakes, but it's that, timeless saying, it's not about how you get knocked down. It's about how you get back up and what you do after. And, tomorrow's another day. You get to start over again and start fresh and just try to be the best person you can be and see where that gets you.
Another one of my favorite songs from that album, Waylon in 75. I mean, you think about that. You were creating this picture about a time and attitude. Do you think that still exists in part of our where we're at in country music right now?
Yeah, there's guys like that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's a few people out there who are, I think, pretty rowdy. Yeah, I think that, like, I didn't write that song. That Parker actually wrote that song, and I believe Brett James was a writer on that as well. But
I mean, when I think of rowdy, I think of Parker McCollum. Just kidding, not at all.
He wrote that one with Brett. I'm pretty sure it was Brett, and I heard it and I just loved it. But yeah, that kind of tapped into kind of that whole attitude and the aesthetic of kind of like 23, just like that dark feeling of just like being upset,
Yeah.
and a lot of people liked it too. So I'm glad that I got the chance to cut it.
Let's talk about new music. I mean, this seems like this is the year for brand new music from you. I mean, what kind of space are you in right now? What are people going to hear from you, and kind of where's the project going?
Yeah, so I've been in the studio since December and been working on a batch of songs and writing, and then going back and going to the studio, cutting them as soon as we find something that we love. And it's just songs that I think that definitely I've sat down in a lane that I think I'm going to stay in for a while with this kind of music. And I've made stuff that, has, to me, sounded more commercial and poppy. And I've made music that sounds a lot more like old country. And I think we found a perfect spot to sit in with the mixes that we have right now. And yeah, just songs about life and songs about, I got to figure out a way to stop singing about heartache and stuff like that and start singing about better things and just day-to-day life. And I feel like we really nailed that with these last songs that we got.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so now being married, now you got the family of dogs that live with you, and you're going to have grandpuppies soon too.
Yeah.
So how does that change the writing cycle for you, and even when you're in writing sessions?
Yeah, I just got tired of writing about a girl, and it's like whenever, you sing about a breakup every time that it's like, I listened back on my album and I was like, man, a lot of these songs are just about, getting dumped. And I got to write some stuff that's relatable on a different scale, because everybody gets their heart broken a couple times and you hear that music and it makes you feel good. But I wanted to make music for the other times in your life, whenever you're happy and you're driving down the road and the sun's out and you got the windows down and you're about to have a really good day, and or you're doing something that you're looking forward to doing. And I wanted to make music that would kind of, also ride along with that kind of stuff too, and not just be about being down and out.
Are you working with other people, other co-writes on this, or is it stuff that you're putting down yourself?
Most of this stuff is similar guys that I wrote all my music with. So guys like John Pierce, Michael Wilshire, Brandon Kenny, all writers that I've written with for the last 3 years. And I think most of my songs, if you go look through the albums, you'll see those names pop up on just about every song. So yeah, just getting these guys kind of to make exactly what I want to make. And they come out on the road with me and ride on the bus and get to see the reactions from the crowd every time we play a song. And that kind of gives them inspiration of like what kind of songs we should write, based off of how the crowd is engaging with it and stuff like that. So yeah, just the same guys, just new recipe and making music that I think is really cool.
Awesome. Chayce Beckham here, Backroads and Backstories. Really appreciate it. Make sure you like the podcast below and make sure you tell your friends about it as well. You can play some songs for us too?
Yeah, I got a few I can play.
All right, love it. All right, thanks for joining.
This will be my next release, and it's a song that we wrote out on the road last year. This one's called Dirt Floor. California ranch hand headed eastbound. Every look I stole from her brown eyes was lost and getting found. Somewhere out in the desert, we pulled off on the side of the road. Well, I knew right then and there that she was as wild as the wind blows. She said, I'm the girl you've been dreaming about. Out on the range, sun going down. Now here we are, under the stars, with the coyote moon up high, just howling our song, and dancing along on the dirt floor. Pretty as a wildflower, it's blooming in the spring. Well, after years of drought, getting that first Mojave rain, a couple of tumbleweeds, just looking for a fence to hang up on for a little while until the storm blows through again. She said, I'm the girl you've been dreaming about. Well, out on the range, sun going down. Now here we are, under the stars, with the coyote moon up high, just howling our songs and dancing along on the dirt floor. No matter where we are, she's still the girl I was dreaming about.
Out on the range, sun going down. Now here we are, under the stars, with the coyote moon up high, just howling our songs and dancing along on a dirt floor. Well, I'm still the cowboy that she was looking for. She was looking for. This next one, this is the one that everybody knows me for. This one's called 23. Simple as my mama said when I was very young. She told me not to worry, son, one day you'll be someone. But here I am at 21, as loaded as a stagecoach shotgun. I'm sorry, mama, please don't look at me. When I got to Oklahoma, I was 17. My papa taught me how to work, and Lord, he was mean. Working all day in that August heat, and he taught me how to fish. My uncle taught me how to drink. Well, I went to California and I had me a band, and I played in all the bars and all the southern lands. Played all night and I drank for free, all of my boys and me. Now I'm 23 and there ain't nobody who can drink like me. Soon I'll be 24 and the Lord knows I can't drink no more. I know I should have taken it slow. It's not the way that my life goes. Now I know you're passed out on the floor. You're sober by 24. Well, I had a girl who loved me the whole damn time. Midnight drink my whiskey and she drank wine. But soon my bottle was too much to company. Yeah, we'd sit on the river and we'd fish all day, and we'd drive across the country, let the radio play. For 7 damn years and I never thought she'd leave. Now I'm 23 and there ain't nobody who can drink like me. Soon I'll be 24 and the Lord knows I can't drink no more. I know I should have taken it slow. It's not the way that my life goes. Lord, I know you're passed out on the floor, sober by 24. Simple as my mama said when I was very young. She told me not to worry, son, one day you'll be someone. But here I am at 21, as loaded as a stagecoach shotgun. I'm sorry, mama, please don't look at me.
Thank you guys so much.